Good evening and welcome on this cold, chilly night here at Lehigh, but luckily we are not outside. We are in the great indoors of Stabler Arena. And inside Stabler Arena tonight we have men's basketball, and it will be the Lehigh Mountain Hawks versus the St. Francis Red Flash. And tonight Lehigh is looking for a win after dropping a few games, and in fact dropping the five of their first 6 games. Pardon me. And while the record doesn't look great, they've been playing really good teams such as UNC and Providence, which it's all about challenging yourself, and this team has definitely challenged themselves tonight.
It's going to be very difficult to start the season when you're playing against a number 19 ranked team.
No, I'd have to agree with that there, Jake. And by the way, I almost forgot. We have to introduce ourselves. So I'm Alec Eskin. Alongside me tonight is Jake Welch, and we are bringing you live tonight on behalf of the Lehigh Student Broadcasting Club. Lehigh men's basketball against St. Francis, and Lehigh looking for number 2 tonight. And this would be an ideal team to do it against. They ranked very low in Division 1. This is a win. This theoretically should be an easier victory. I'm never gonna say it's going to be an easy victory.
No victory is easy in Division 1 basketball.
Agreed. And tonight would be an ideal time to get win number 2 and get back in the W column.
Absolutely.
And let's get into it. So one of the star players for St. Francis tonight is Cam Gregory, only a sophomore for this team. He has been lights out. He has been really good to start the year and actually averaged 16 points per game last week and had a career high against Pitt Greensburg at 19. And funny enough, we mentioned he's only a sophomore. There's no upperclassmen on this team, only freshmen and sophomores, which I don't think I've ever seen before.
It's completely shocking. I've never seen a team with this many underclassmen on it and not a single upperclassman. It's honestly I've never seen it before.
Yeah, and again, this could be a reason why St. Francis is only 2-5. This is part of the reason why they have not had such a great start to the year. They're similar to Lehigh in the sense that they play a lot of really good teams. They've played Penn State as well, but also with the very young team, there's going to be growing pains, and they're definitely going through that right now.
You can probably imagine in the next couple of years, if they keep a pretty similar roster, that this team might get better as they get older, get more experience playing basketball together. But this first year, and even last year too, not very good.
Yeah, and I think that this team definitely has a lot of potential, but it's going to take some time. Now, on the Lehigh side of things, the younger players are starting to grow into their roles. One in particular that we've talked about is Nasir Whitlock, who we've been talking about all year long. Mr. Minnesota, actually I wrote an article on him for the Brown and White. And so far this year he's averaged 5 points per game on about 30%, on 29% shooting from beyond, and averaging about 1.2 rebounds per game and 0.3 assists per game. And he's playing about 13 minutes, and I think it's going to continue to grow throughout the year. But from what we've seen so far, I think they're slowly trying to phase him in.
Absolutely. The more you can get him on the court, the better he'll end up playing as he gets more experience. And honestly, it's been really promising. Hoping to get more out of him in the future.
Yeah, he's had sky-high expectations since he came here, and today, but we might see some of that here against St. Francis. Now let's go to the upperclassmen, and let's talk about the 2 stars in the backcourt, Keith Higgins and Harwini Sidney. Well, might not have time for both, but Keith Higgins is averaging 15.7 points per game on 36.1% shooting from beyond the arc, and averaging 4.7 rebounds per game and 2 assists per game.
Yeah, he's Lehigh's leading scorer so far this year with 94 points in these 6 games. So it's been pretty good.
And indeed it has. And right now we are just about set to get underway, and we will bring you tonight's starting lineups and introductions as well as the national anthem. And that'll start in about 10 seconds. And And after the introductions and the national anthem, we will read off to you the starting lineup. We got a great one on top here tonight, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Please stand if able, and kindly remove your caps as we honor the United States of America, its freedoms and those who protect them with the playing of our national anthem.
There's your national anthem, ladies and gentlemen, and now here are your starting lineups.
Good evening and welcome to Stable Arena for tonight's game, featuring the St. Francis Red Flash and your Lehigh Mountain Hawks. And now, for tonight's starting lineups, first for St. Francis, at guard, a 6'5" sophomore from Accokeek, Maryland, number 0, Cam Gregory. At forward, a 6'8" freshman from Middletown, Connecticut, number 5, Eli Wilmore. At guard, a 6'6" sophomore from Turtle Creek, Pennsylvania, number 11, Chris Moncrief. At guard, a 6'5" freshman from Quakertown, Pennsylvania, number 14, Bobby Rosenberger. And at forward, a 6'7" freshman from Annapolis, Maryland, number 32, Aiden Harris. The Red Flash are coached by Rob Gribble, assisted by Andrew Helton, Eric Taylor, and Luke McConnell. And now the starters for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. At guard, a 6'4" junior from West Hills, California, number 13, Keith Higgins. At guard, a 6'2" junior from Somerville, Massachusetts, number 22, Tyler Whitney Sidney. At forward, the 6'8" sophomore from Unionville, Connecticut, number 23, Bube Moma. At center, the the 6'9" senior from Coquitlam, British Columbia, number 35, Dominic Harlan. And at guard, a 5'10" senior from Manhattan, New York, number 55, Jalen Sinclair. The Mountain Hawks are coached by Brett Reed, assisted by Harry Mora, Willie Jenkins, and Sean Hogan.
All right, and there are your starting lineups, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll repeat them once again. So starting for St. Francis, number 5, Eli Wilborn, number 32, Aiden Harris, number 0, Cam Gregory, number 11, Chris Moncrief, and number 4, Bobby Rosenberger. And then for Lehigh, number 23, Bube Moma, number 35, Dominic Parolin, number 13, Keith Higgins, number 22, Tyler Whitney Sidney, and number 55, Jalen Sinclair. And for the St. Francis introductions, Bobby Rosenberger, I guess you could call him hometown guy for this is sort of a home game for him, as he's from Quakertown, Pennsylvania, which is right near Bethlehem, and you could hear a big roar from the crowd when his name got announced.
Yeah, must have a lot of family and friends in attendance. It was even louder than some of the Lehigh players.
No, yeah, definitely impressive to see the St. Francis faithful come out to support him and the rest of the team. And not to mention, there's a lot of people here tonight. Stands look pretty full right now, and it's and you can definitely feel the energy here at Stabler Arena. So, good game on tap here, and we're just about to get underway, and the ball will be jumped up in just a few moments. It'll be Wilborn and Moma jumping it up. Moma wins it, and we are underway here from Stabler Arena at beautiful Lehigh University in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Sinclair gives it to Higgins, top the key. Now Parolin goes back to Sinclair. Calling up, looking underneath. Gets to Tyler Whitney City inside to Moma. Moma spins, kicks outside to Whitney City for 3. It's up, and it is off the mark. And rebounded by Harris. It'll be Gregory taking it up for the red flash. Harris, screen set by him. Gives it to Rosenberger. Rosenberger calling out a play. Gregory gets it. Puts up a 3 and is off the rim, and it'll be rebounded by Harris. Looks to kick it out. Can't find anyone. Now gets to Gregory. Gregory stops, spins, shot up and good. Nice mid-range fadeaway jumper by him, and the red flash strike first. Ball goes down the court to Whitney City, streaking, and he goes over the layup. It is off the mark. Rebounded by Parolin. Parolin puts up the layup, no good, and rebounded by number 5, Eli Wilborn. And now and almost a foul, but no call, and it'll be out of bounds on Lehigh, and it'll stay with the red flash.
Lehigh's been moving the ball quickly to start the game, though the red flash have been able to get the ball down more into the opponent's half and spend some more time down there, and they were able to get the points out of it from there.
Moncrief inbound it, looks inside, gets to Harris, and blocked by Moma, and Higgins runs down the court with it. 3-on-3. Higgins goes up for the layup, it is up, and it is good, and Lehigh strikes 2-2.
Great block by Moma to get the ball back, and in fast break able to capitalize on the block, and it was perfect play to have the game back up.
Gregory gets it, guarded by Sinclair as he gets above the timeline now. Gives it to Wilborn. Wilborn to Moncrief. Gregory at the top of the key. Gives it to Wilborn again. Looking inside, can't find him. Gregory pump fakes a 3 and tip, and Sinclair will get it, and he will get fouled.
Really aggressive play by Sinclair, able to run forward and chase after the ball, and Lehigh will get the ball out of it. First foul of the game.
So the first foul of the game will go to Aiden Harris. That's his first, and the team's first as well. Ball gets about to Sinclair. He will take it above the timeline. Apparently top of the key. Gives it to Higgins. Higgins looking inside, kicks it to Whitney Sidney. Now inside to Parolin. Parolin, guarded by Gregory, mismatch underneath. He kicks out to Higgins. Higgins for 3 is up, and it is good! Lehigh with the first lead of the game, 5-2.
Wide open 3 there, able to move the ball quickly to get him open. Take that 3.
Now Gregory guarded by Sinclair. Ball goes to Rosenberger. Back to Harris. Moncrief. Gregory gets a now screen set. Gregory crossover, goes underneath. Nice pass, but misses it. And now Harris gets and steps out of bounds, and it'll be Lehigh's ball. And that shot was by Wilborn. It was a nice pass by Gregory underneath. Sinclair gets double covered now, but gets to Moma. Moma, he will gives it back to Sinclair, and Sinclair will take it up. And now underneath, wide open underneath is Tyler Winnie City gets the layup.
Tyler Whitney Sidney.
And now Gregory will take it up for the Red Flash. So the 7-0 run after St. Francis got the first 2 points. Ball goes to Rosenberger. Back out to Gregory. Wilborn. And it's tipped and stolen by Parolin. Parolin, he'll take it up. He's goes to Whitney City underneath for Parolin. He kicks it, and that ball will go off of him, and it'll go to the Red Flash.
Trying to move a little bit too fast there as they get the ball in and out of the paint. And it just kicks right off of his foot and out of bounds. Not a ton you can do there.
Fair assessment. It'll be Rosenberger taking it up for the Red Flash. Gives it to Gregory just above the timeline. Ball goes to Harris. Back to Rosenberger. Rosenberger. Gregory gets it now just outside the arc. Moncrief now atop the key. Client for Wilborn to set screen. He does. Ball goes to Wilborn. Miller will take the mid-range jumper. Is up and is just short, and it will stay with the Red Flash. Moma just could not corral that rebound there, and we will have our first subs.
Substitution number 2, Aaron Talbert.
Now coming in for the Red Flash will be number 2.
Aaron Talbert.
Aaron Kalman. I don't know why I can't find my sheet. Now I do. Aaron Talbert, and that shot is up and it is no good. And who's going to get it? It's going to stay with the Red Flash. 4-man underneath for Lehigh, and no one called for it.
Miscommunication there.
Ball stays with the Red Flash. Rosenberger to inbound it. Gregory gets it. Screen set. Wilborn gets it. Kicks out. Tyler for 3. It's up and it is good. Third time's a charm, and now St. Francis back to within 2. Sinclair double covered. Ball is tipped, and Harris steals it underneath, and Rosenberg will get the... Oh, he misses the layup. And ball will be saved by Parolin, goes to Higgins, and not a great sequence for Lehigh as Whitney Sidney takes up for the Mountain Hawks. Now Sinclair at the top of the key. Ball is tipped, but it'll stay with Lehigh. Trying to get Whitney Sidney trying to hit Higgins on a backdoor cut, but was unsuccessful. We'll have our first media timeout of the night with 15:53 left to go in the first half. 7-5 Lehigh. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 15:53 left to go in the first half between St. Francis and Lehigh, and so far it feels like Lehigh's played a lot better than St. Francis, but they're only up by 2, and that's because of giving the Red Flash too many second chances.
The Red Flash have been playing really aggressive here, pressing on every single play, not giving Lehigh any space to bring the ball down the court, and it's worked a couple times for them.
Now it looks like Lehigh will make some substitutions. Nasir Whitlock and Ben Canosa will come in. Looks like for Bube Moma and Tyler Winnie Sidney. Ball goes to Knosman. Knosman at the top of the key. Gives it to Sinclair. Sinclair looking inside. Goes all the way across court to Whitlock. Whitlock kicks to Higgins. Higgins for three. It's up, and it is off the mark and rebounded by Gregory. Gregory calling out a play, and he's gonna go underneath. Kicks it out. Harris pump fakes. Drives inside. Throws it across court to Rosenberger. Rosenberger for three, and it goes in and out, rebounded by Whitlock. Sinclair will take it up now. Gives it to Higgins. Higgins pops a three. It's up, and it is short and rebounded by Harris.
Wide open there. That's one you really hope you get to go in. Harris,
Talbert drives inside, and that layup is up and good. And now game's all tied up at 7. 7-0 run by Lehigh, 5-0 run by the Red Flash. Sinclair gets it above the timeline now. Gives it to Whitlock. Whitlock kicks out to Knosman. Knosman looking inside again, and slips, kicks out to Sinclair. Sinclair will take a three. That is up, and that is off the mark, and it's going to be rebounded by Talbert. And now 2-on-1 for, and Gregory will get the layup, and the Flash have the lead back. 9-7. Sinclair to Knosman. Goes back to Sinclair. Inside to Parolin, who goes up for the dunk, and it is blocked. That is blocked by Wilborn, and the Red Flash are going once again. Rosenberger for three now. That is up, and that is good. And now it's Red Flash up by 6. I'm sorry, up by 5, 12-7. Ball goes to Whitlock. And he's calling out a play. Ball goes to Higgins. Higgins to Knosman. Ball goes back to Parolin. Parolin will take a three. That is up, and that is off back iron and rebounded by Harris. And ball is actually stolen by Higgins and goes to Sinclair. Ball goes to Higgins. Higgins takes another three. That's up, and that is off back iron as well. And again, rebounded by Harris.
A lot of three-point attempts so far for the Mountain Hawks, but haven't gotten many of them to fall.
And they're usually a good three-point shooting team. Wilborn. Talbert drives inside, kicks out to Gregory. Gregory pump fakes. He'll drive inside, and a foul is being called now beyond Jalen Sinclair. That'll be Lehigh's first foul now beyond the floor. And now Lehigh, both teams a lot of substitutions here, and see number 23, Whistler Sandin coming in for St. Francis, as well as number 21, Justin Liberis, and number 3, Miles Webb. Rosenberger gets it to Liberis. Talbert now gets it back to Liberis, and just beyond the free throw line. Now on wide open inside was Sam, but the ball doesn't go to him. Rosenberger, he looks to drive inside, spins, and a foul being called on Ingram, and that's Lehigh's second foul.
He was reaching for the ball, trying to knock it out, but sadly hit the hands instead. Not able to push it out of there. And now the ball will be inbounded by the Red Flash.
Rosenberger kicks to outside Talbert. Talbert guarded by Gillis, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Talbert. And he is stunned by the call, but Cam Gillis able to draw the charge and give Lehigh back the ball.
The defense so far by the Mountain Hawks has been pretty solid. Seems like they're able to stay on top of the Red Flash as they're moving the ball around, but sadly they're still behind.
Ball now goes to Ingram. Ingram gives to Chebuar. Ball goes back to Gillis. Gillis gives to Ingram. Ingram goes inside to Gillis. Gillis pump fakes, goes up for the layup, is up and is no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Rosenberger. And Lehigh has not been able to get anything on offense for the last few minutes. Talbert. Ball goes to Liberis. Hero step, kicks it outside. Whistler, or Sandin. Shot up. It is no good. Rebounded by Chebuar, and that's going to be a foul on. That's going to be found on St. Francis, and that's going to be number 3, Miles Webb.
Still keeping the press on St. Francis here.
Now,
It's been difficult to inbound the ball.
quick rest for Whitney Sidney as he's back on the court now, and JT Tan was up there for a minute, but Coach decided to send him back down, and ball's tipped, but it'll stay with Lehigh. Tipped by Talbert, looked like. Gillis looking to get it in. Ball goes in and tipped, and almost hit Eddie Fuhrer, the photographer tonight. Luckily it hit the wall between us. Gillis gets into Parolin, and that's gonna be a foul on Sannon, and in the last like 30 seconds, St. Francis picked up a lot of fouls, and that's gonna be their fourth foul of the half.
Ball hasn't moved out of the bottom fourth of the Lehigh court so far.
Ball goes into Parolin. He's looking for someone. Gets to Gillis. Gillis, he'll push it up court. And he's looking for someone. Gives it to Parolin. Parolin behind the back, looking inside, and he's trapped. And ball goes to Gillis. Gillis kicks out to Chebuar. Chebuar pump fakes, kicks out to Whitney Sidney. Whitney Sidney spins, fires, no good, and that's gonna go to Liberis. Liberis, and he almost loses the ball, and actually does. And Chebuar is gonna go streaking to the basket. He slams it home. And that'll end the drought for Lehigh after a little bit of a confusing play. It was a little surprised the foul wasn't called on either team there, but Chebuar got a wide open basket in. Makes it count.
When you're able to take advantage of the fast breaks, it makes it a lot easier on your offense.
Webb goes to Gregory, screen set by Liberis. Tauber with it now, and looking to pass, gets to Gregory. Ball goes into Sannon. Sannon crosses over Ingram, takes up a mid-range jumper, and it is good.
Able to create some space with that cross and quickly make the basket.
Chebuar with it now, gets to Ingram. Ingram gives it to Parolin. Parolin takes it back outside Ingram. He'll pop a three. That's up, and that is off back iron and rebounded by Liberis. Now Sannon will take it up for the red flash. Screen set, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Liberis. A moving screen there, and that's going to be St. Francis's fifth foul already with just over 10 minutes, 30 seconds left to play. So we're now in our second media timeout. 10:32 left to go in the first half. St. Francis up 14-9. We got a good game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 14-9 St. Francis over Lehigh with 10:32 to go in the first half. And so far, it's been a very it's been a very aggressive game, to say the least. St. Francis putting a ton of pressure on Lehigh's offense, full court press, tight defense, double teams, you name it. And so far, it's been working.
thing that's hurt the Mountain Hawks so far the most is they are 1 for 7 at the 3-point line, and that is not a stat that's going to help you win a basketball game.
Let's see if they can turn around after this timeout. So Chebuar inbounded to Gillis. Gillis. Looking, calling out a play, calling for a screen, gets it from Chebuar, kicks it to Whitney City in the corner for Ingram. He's going to have to give it to Whitney City at the top of the key. He'll drive inside, puts up a runner, and no good. And who's going to get the rebound? It's going to be Sannon, and Gregory will take it up for the red flash. So the offensive struggles continue here for the Mountain Hawks. Gregory gets it to Webb. Back to Sannon. Gregory gets a screen. Gregory puts up a shot that's good, and now 16-9 St. Francis, and Lehigh needs to get something on the board here soon. And Gillis goes inside of MoMA. MoMA backdoor screen, and a layup is up and it is good. Nice backdoor cut by Whitney City, and now gets the Mountain Hawks to within 5.
Able to end their scoring drought there, but finally getting some more points on the board. And Francis will bring the ball back down the court.
Gregory gives it to Talbert. Talbert gets a screen by Liberis. In the corner, Sam for 3 up, and that is no good. And foul is called, and that's going to be on St. Francis, and that's going to be on Liberis.
Looks like the foul was called on the rebound there. Just pushing him a little too much as he goes to get up for it.
And that'll be Liberis' second foul, and he's going to check out. And so will Whistler Sand. It'll be in favor of Carlos Lopez and Eli Wilborn. Ball goes to Whitney City, gives it back to Gillis as he gets it above the timeline. Gillis looking, getting a screen from MoMA. Gillis looks inside, decides against it, kicks it out to Ingram. Ingram, he'll drive inside, and that'll be stolen by Talbert, and ball will go to Gregory, and that's going to be a walk on Gregory.
Just took one too many steps as he was trying to transfer the ball from one hand to the other. Couldn't get it down with the dribble, and now Lehigh will be able to bring the ball in without a press here for the first time in what feels like a while.
And Keith Higgins will check back in, so will Jalen Sinclair for Cam Gillis. And Chebuar getting some good minutes here to start off the game, and so far he's played pretty well. But as Sinclair takes above the timeline, Sinclair in the corner for Chebuar. Chebuar pump fakes a 3, drives inside, kicks it out to Whitney City in the corner for Higgins. It'll be stolen by Lopez. He'll take it up, and he'll be fouled by Whitney City, and he'll get 2 at the line.
Now the first free throws will be taken of the game with 8 minutes remaining in the first.
Yeah, so far this has been a fairly quick moving game, and considering this is the 9th foul, the fact that these are the first free throws of the game, that's kind of a statistical anomaly. First free throw is up, and that's no good by Lopez. And Whitney City arguing the call here with the referee who made it. He doesn't think he fouled him. The referee says differently, and ultimately the referee is the one who makes the call. Second free throw, that's up, and that's good this time from the southpaw. Ball will get into Sinclair as it's now 17-11 St. Francis. Lehigh moving fast. Ball goes to Sinclair. Sinclair gives it to Higgins. Higgins gets to Chebuar. Chebuar pump fakes and gives it to Higgins. Higgins crossover, spin, and is fouled, and that'll be St. Francis's 7th foul, and that'll be on the floor. Will be taken underneath the basket. So Lehigh, they're now in the bonus. So if any foul result, at least a 1-and-1. And it shouldn't actually, no, it is a 1-and-1 now. Official originally signaled it was going to be on the floor, and Lehigh would inbound it, but Higgins will get a 1-and-1. His free throw is up, and that is good.
It's been a very aggressive game thus far by both teams, playing defense right up in everyone's faces. So that's led to a lot of fouls.
Parallel will check in for Trebuar. Higgins, his second free throw, that's up, and that is good as well. So now Lehigh back to within 4. And Gregory will take it up for the Red Flash, and he has not sat for a second of this game. Webb. Rose gives it to Rosenberger. Gregory underneath, kicks it out. Rosenberger pump fakes, looks to drive inside. Spinning, gets it out to Wilborn. Goes to Gregory, drives inside, and that's blocked by Moma, but Rosenberger gets it. He'll take a 3, and that is no good, and that will go back to St. Francis. And Wilborn gets the rebound there. Gregory will take a 3, actually, and it's off the mark and rebounded by Higgins. Higgins, he'll take it up. And at the top of the key now, calling out a play, gets to Parallel in the corner. He'll take a 3, and that is good. And now Lehigh back to within 1 after a 3-pointer in the corner from Dominic Parolin. Gregory will take it up. Gets a screen from Wilborn. Gregory gets it to Webb. He'll take a 3. That is up, and that is off the mark. And that's going to be over the back foul on Wilborn. And we're going to get, and we'll have a 1-and-1 after another media timeout. 7:04 left to go in the first half. St. Francis up 17-16. We got a good game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to miss this. We'll be right back.
Fans, it's now time for the Domino's.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 17-16 St. Francis. 7:04 left to go in the first half, and a pretty quick moving game so far. It's only 7:30, and this is a 7 o'clock start time, so moving pretty quickly here at Stabler Arena.
It's been a very defensive game so far. Both teams are only shooting around 30% from the field. What's going on?
And looks like both teams are being sent back to their benches. Maybe this media timeout isn't over yet. Not sure what's going on here exactly. We got both teams ready to come out on the floor.
The refs seem to be discussing something, some sort of confusion going on.
I'm not sure what they'd be discussing here though exactly, because unless they're discussing whether it's a 1-and-1 or a two free throw foul.
It should still be a 1-and-1. I think that was the 8th foul.
That was the 8th foul, and that should be 1-and-1. And looks like there's a discrepancy with the amount of fouls that have actually been called. Looks like looks like the St. Francis head coach. I'm sorry. Looks like St. Francis head coach Rob Krimmel is telling them something, and I think we're good to go now. As soon as I say it's moving quickly, we have a little bit of a pause here for. I don't even know. I can't really even figure out what it is because because this seems so out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I have no idea. Wouldn't understand arguing the number of fouls that are called because that's a pretty solid fact. There's not much debate there.
Yeah, I mean they're not. It's also not a reviewable play.
Yeah.
Looks like we're ready to go now. We were trying to listen to what it was, what was the reasoning behind that pause, but we couldn't hear it. So I'm guessing there will be a PA announcement shortly.
I heard one whole word and it was the word foul, so I'm not fully sure, but
I mean, unless we're talking about a flagrant foul, which
I doubt that.
Yeah, because that there wasn't really anything harmful about that foul either. Like it'd be a little. I feel like that'd be a little bit out of call, flagrant foul in that play.
Yeah, they're still reviewing something at the table over there.
Whatever it is, it's pretty It looks like an argument. What could this? I'm still trying to figure out what this could possibly be.
At the line for Lehigh, number 35, Dominic Parlin.
So, after all that, it's still a 1-1, and we should be good to go now.
I think it was something with substitutions, is what I heard the ref saying.
Maybe they're allowed to. Maybe they need to wait. Maybe they need to wait. Parlin's first free throw, that's no good, but rebounded by Sinclair. So now we're back on, and what do you see at the top of the key? Goes inside to Moma. Moma to Parlin, he loses it.
Not able to fully get control of the ball there from the pass. It just knocks right off his hands and into the out-of-bounds zone. And now Lehigh will start pressing.
Ball will now go into Lopez. He'll take it up for the red flash. Ball goes to Gregory. Back to Talbert. Rosenberger inside to Wilborn. Kicks out to Gregory. Gregory looking for a screen. Gives it to Wilborn. Wilborn gives it to Lopez. He'll take a three. That is up and that is good. So now the red flash back up by 4. Ball goes to Moma. Moma pushing it up now. Gives it to Sinclair. Sinclair to Higgins. Higgins kicks out to Sinclair. Pump fake. Sinclair spins. Loses his defender. Goes to a layup and it is good.
Really well played by this Sinclair there. Able to get it through the paint, through multiple defenders around him. Spin move and make the layup.
Gregory now gives it to Lopez. Harris all around the court. Rosenberger with it now, and that's going to be an illegal screen again. That's the third illegal screen on St. Francis. Now will be on Eli Wilborn. And Monsieur Whitlock will check in for Tyler Winnie Sidney.
These fouls are going to make a really big difference in the game. Already 9 fouls.
So no free throws here because that was an offensive foul, but Lehigh does get the ball back. And that'll be St. Francis's 9th foul. Sinclair gives to Higgins, top the key. Whitlock kicks it out to Higgins. Higgins top the key again. Looks to drive inside. Almost loses it. Put up a top mid-range jumper, no good, and Harris will get the rebound. And Gregory will take it for the red flash. Gregory gives it to Rosenberger for 3. That's up, and that is no good. Rebounded by Higgins. Higgins gives to Whitlock. Whitlock pump fake, drives inside, goes to layup, and it is good. All tied up at 20.
Cam Gillis.
Or No, it is Whitlock. Pianetta said Gillis, and now he corrects himself. Rosenberger with the ball now. Lopez again for 3. That is no good. Rims in and out. Higgins once again with the rebound. Whitlock, he gets it now. Looking for someone, gives it to Moma. Moma drives inside. Spin, kicks out to Sinclair. Sinclair, Higgins. Higgins free. That is up, and that is good. Lehigh gets back the lead, 23-20. Gregory now with it, takes it above the timeline. Ball goes to Humphrey, and a foul's being called, and who is it going to be called on? Looks like it's on Keith Higgins.
It was off the ball there, so I'm not fully sure what happened.
I couldn't see from our view, and it looks like that. Is Talbot checking back in, or is he just bringing out a towel? Nope, he checks back in. Gregory will inbound it now for the Red Flash. Ball goes to Humphrey. His first appearance this game. Ball goes back to Gregory. Gets a screen from Humphrey. Gregory back to Humphrey. Humphrey looking inside. Kicks it out. Ball goes to Talbot. Talbot kicks to Lopez. Lopez. And Talbot gets the ball again. Pump fakes. Looks to drive inside. And that's going to be a foul on Lehigh. That's going to be on MoMA, I think. No, it's on Jalen Sinclair. I thought it was going to be on MoMA there, but stand corrected.
Yeah, his arm just caught not exactly sure who it was, but the St. Francis player, as he was pushing forward, his arm caught his other arm and not able to move forward.
Now Gillis, he'll check back in. Talbot gets the ball. Didn't exactly expect it, but he gets it. Lopez with it now, drives inside, puts up a layup. Didn't even hit the rim, but Harris gets the rebound and he'll get the layup. 23-22 Lehigh now. Gillis gets to Higgins. Higgins gets to Whitlock. Whitlock back to Higgins. Higgins will take another 3. That's up, and he is fouled. He misses it, but he'll get 3 shots to the line.
His 3-point percentage, well, it has slightly improved. They've made a couple more. Still is definitely not a strength of the Mountain Hawks so far this game.
So another media timeout now. This time at 3:49 left to go in the first half. But moving along, Lehigh up by 1, 23-22. Been a tight game so far, and we gotta expect that for the rest of the way. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 23-22 Lehigh in this tight matchup and so far, I think that the one thing that St. Francis has been killing Lehigh on is the offensive rebounds. They've gotten a lot of buckets off second chance shots.
Absolutely. San Francis has been honestly out-rebounding Lehigh on both ends of the ball. 17 rebounds to 10.
So Higgins now, he'll get 3 shots to the line after being fouled from beyond the arc. His first shot is up, and that is off back iron. Higgins, a 77% free throw shooter this year so far. His second free throw, that's up, and that is good this time. And no substitutions for either team after this break. His third free throw is up, and that is good again. And now it's 25-22 Lehigh. Ball goes into Talbert. He will take it across the timeline. Ball goes to Humphrey. Now to Gregory. Ball goes back to Talbot, top of the key. Gregory now gets it. Gregory. And Lopez loses the ball, and Lehigh will get back.
Not quite sure what happened there. I guess he just wasn't able to catch it.
I think
Definitely a mistake.
Yeah, I think he looked up before he actually caught the ball, and he wound up paying the price for it. And now JT Taylor checking in for the first time for Dominic Parolin. Ball will go into Higgins. Again, St. Francis with aggressive defense, they back off. Gillis will take it up now, guarded by Talbert. Gillis gives it to Tan. Tan gives it to Whitlock. Whitlock for three. That's up, and that is no good. And that is off of St. Francis. And St. Francis irate over that call, and substitutions now.
I was a little bit surprised by the call, honestly.
I have to admit I was too. I also couldn't get a great view on it. Higgins gives it to Tan. Tan gives it to Whitlock. Whitlock in the corner for Higgins. Higgins looks to drive inside, kicks out to Whitlock. Whitlock, he'll drive inside. Give it to Tan, and Tan will pump fake and is swatted away by Miles Webb. Ball will stay with Lehigh, but man.
That was an impressive block. Completely knocked the ball out. Didn't even hit the ground in bounds.
Wow. That was a big swat there from Miles Webb. Ball was tipped, and Lehigh gets it back. Whitlock with a mid-range jumper. That's no good, and it'll be rebounded by Liberis. And now Talbot would take it up. Talbot, and that's going to be a foul on Higgins, and that's going to be a blocking foul. Now Whitney, Sidney, and Ingram will check back in for the Mountain Hawks.
Yeah, just slid a little too fast there. Got in front of the offensive player as he was trying to drive the ball down the court, and now it will be inbounded by St. Francis under the basket.
Rosenberger get into Sandin. Sandin pump fakes. Runaway layup is good. And now St. Francis within one. Lehigh pushing up the court. Ball is in Ingram's hands. Ball goes to Gillis. Back to Whitney Sidney. Whitney Sidney looks to drive inside. Stolen, and Talbot didn't see the ball, and now it goes back to Gillis. Gillis, he'll give it to Ingram. Ingram drives inside, goes to layup. That is up, and that is no good, and rebounded by Webb. And now Talbot will get the ball back. Talbot gives it to Liberis. Liberis loses it, but Rosenberger gets it. Rosenberger looks inside, puts it up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Rosenberger. Actually gets his own rebound. Sand gets it. Gives it Talbot. Talbot for three. That's up, and that is off the mark, and that'll be rebounded by. Actually, it's going to be a jump ball, and who's it going to stay with? It's going to go to Lehigh. And wait, hold on. There might be some confusion.
Yeah, the possession arrow was towards St. Francis, so I believe it should be their ball.
Yeah, and it will be their ball. There's a little bit of confusion there.
Discussing it right now just to make sure, and it will be St. Francis' ball.
And Rosenberger will inbound it for the red flash. Rosenberger, and it's blocked by Ingram, but it'll stay with St. Francis.
Only 2 minutes remaining now in the first half.
Rosenberger gets to Sandin. Sandin, he'll take a three. That's up, and that is no good. And it's going to be rebounded or actually it's going to be tipped out of bounds by St. Francis, and it'll go Lehigh's way.
multiple Lehigh players on the ball there, but he just got his hand to tip it away, and it went out of bounds, luckily.
Ball goes into Ingram. Ingram gets it to Winnie Sidney. And now Gillis will take it up across the timeline. Gillis gets to Parolin. Parolin kicks out to Gillis. Gillis crossed over, and he will get the tough layup. Wow.
Very contested.
27-24 Lehigh now. And Talbot doing bicycle kicks as he takes it up takes up across the timeline. Guarded by Gillis. Ball goes to Liberis. Talbot gets it back and kicks out to Rosenberger in the corner. Drives inside, kicks it out. Rosenberger will take a three. That's good. And now a timeout by St. Francis with 1:05 left to go in the first half. So all type of 27, and it's been a tight game so far, and it's pretty much due to the rebounding, I would say.
Rebounds are absolutely keeping St. Francis in the game. 21-10. Lehigh needs to do a lot better with that if they want to extend the lead, because they haven't been able to do any of that so far.
I mean, that's what's kept this game close is just St. Francis getting a ton of chances, and also the turnovers as well been killing Mountain Hawks too. This is a pretty short timeout, 30 seconds, so we'll be underway momentarily. Interesting, also an interesting spot to use a timeout there for St. Francis. Now that's going to be their first timeout used today, and they have 3 more remaining. Ball goes into Gillis. Gillis looking, gives it to Sinclair. Ball goes to Parolin. Gillis looking inside, gives it to Ingram. Ingram to Chebuar. Gets to Parolin. Parolin pump fakes. Winnie Sidney for 3. That's up, and that is good. Lehigh answers right back. 30-27.
Only 40 seconds remaining now.
And Talbot will slowly take it up across the timeline, and Lehigh will get the last shot. Ball goes to Rosenberger. Rosenberger drives inside and almost stolen, but he gets it right back. And a foul is now called, and Rosenberger with 2 shots to the line.
Lehigh foul number 4, Joshua Ingram, his second, team's 7.
Now 2 shots for Rosenberger, who's had a nice day already with 6 points, and so far right now leads St. Francis in that category. His first 3 throws up and good, and again another southpaw on the St. Francis Red Flash, and now Brent Reed will take a timeout. And this will be a 30-second timeout. So my guess is here Brent Reed's trying to draw up a play for the last second.
Yeah, they'll get the ball one last time here to push it down the court in this half, and hopefully they'll be able to get with some points is the goal of this timeout.
Yeah, let's see what he draws up, and might also make some substitutions here.
Both teams have been substituting very frequently throughout this half, getting minutes for all their players, keeping everyone fresh.
And we are back, and both the Red Flash and the Mountain Hawks taking the floor. Rosenberger's second free throw. That's up, and that is no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Higgins. And Higgins gets it to Gillis, and Brent Reed screamed for a foul, but doesn't get it. 15 seconds left. Gillis now with the ball just above the timeline. Gillis calling for a screen. Gives it to Moma. Moma drives inside, spin, layup. That's up, and that is no good. And Red Flash want to travel on a and the ball go their way, but don't get it. 2.7 seconds left. Gillis to inbound it. Ball goes hits the corner. Higgins for three. That is up, and that is no good. Almost tipped in by MoMA at the end, but no good. And that'll do it for the first half. Lehigh up by 2 after an entertaining first half with a lot of turnovers, a lot of rebounding, a little bit of everything. And we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Actually, we'll say about 11 or 12 minutes. But anyways, really entertaining first half. And hold on, Jake. We're coming in for a landing here in the second half. 30-20 Lehigh. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 30-28 Lehigh, as we are just under 2 minutes away from getting the second half started between Mountain Hawks and the Red Flash. And Jake, we were kind of discussing this during halftime. We were looking at the rebounds for each team, and St. Francis just completely outpacing Lehigh at the moment.
Absolutely. It's, I believe, 24 rebounds to 16, so they have 8 more rebounds than Lehigh. And also they've got 7 points off those second chance rebounds compared to 0 for Lehigh. So that's made a big difference in the game, able to keep St. Francis into it.
Yeah, and Lehigh were heavy favorites coming into this game. They're gonna have to Lehigh, what they gotta do is they gotta clear the turnovers, they gotta get more rebounds, and St. Francis, one thing I noticed, they definitely brought a lot of energy in the first half.
Definitely. They were playing very aggressive on defense, able to force those turnovers like we said before. And honestly, if Lehigh just needs to slow the ball down, take better shots, and hopefully they'll start winning a bit more.
Yeah, we'll see, and each team has just finished their warm-up shots. We have about 45 seconds left to go until the second half starts, and I'm kind of curious to see what Lehigh's plan is, whether they continue to try to shoot from beyond the arc or if they try working inside more.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they end up doing. They just got to focus on taking better shots.
Completely agreed. And as some 2010 music plays behind us, we will be getting underway shortly, as I keep saying. And again, Lehigh and both teams in big need of a win here. So I know it's non-conference. It's a non-conference game, but it'd be a big boost for each team's mojo and just being able to increase morale in the locker room.
Definitely, it struggles being a 1-win team compared to a 2-win team. You have a little bit more experience with winning, and which hopefully you get to do a bit more in the Patriot League, because Lehigh is expected to be a good team in the Patriot League. I believe they were expected to be 3rd or 2nd in the Patriot League this year.
Second, they were ranked 2nd overall in the Patriot League this year, right after the preseason, and right now, like right now, Lehigh has definitely made a lot of games competitive. Like, they play a lot of really good teams. I'm not a big believer in moral victories, but the fact that you kept those games close is a very good thing, and definitely will boost their confidence, which as Sinclair has the ball, which definitely will help their confidence. Winnie Sidney, looking inside, spins, and gets to Sinclair at the top of the key. Sinclair goes back to Winnie Sidney, back to Moma, being double covered. Moma kicks it out. Sinclair for 3, that is up, and that is no good. Rebounded by Harris, and Tauber would take it up, and that's actually a change for the Red Flash, is that Tauber now starts second half. Wilborn gets to Harris. Harris drives inside, kicks out. Rosenberger for 3. That is up, and that is no good. And it's going to be a foul. That's going to be on the floor, and that's going to be against Lehigh. That's against Tyler Woody Sidney.
He doesn't seem to agree with that call.
He's asking that official who made it. Hasn't got an explanation just yet. Ball goes to Gregory. Gregory loses when he steps back, takes a mid-range jumper. That's no good. That'll be rebounded by who's going to get it. It's going to be a jump ball, and that's going to go St. Francis's way.
They've just been so aggressive on the boards, able to get these rebounds, and it's just killing Lehigh so far.
And yeah, and again, like, they've just been completely out rebounding Lehigh so far, and again, big reason why this game's as close as it is. Ball goes to Rosenberger. Rosenberger drives inside, kicks it out to Gregory at the top of the key. Gregory looking inside, gets a screen from Wilborn. Gregory kicks it out to Harris. Pump fake 3. Harris 6-minute jumper. That's up, and that is no good. Rebounded by Moma, and he'll give it to Sinclair. Sinclair now takes it up, gets to Higgins. Higgins kicks out to Parolin. Parolin will take a 3. That's up, and that is no good, and that'll be rebounded by Harris. And Tauber will take it up. Tauber drives inside, kicks it out. Gregory, pump fake. He'll drive inside this time, and that'll be an offensive foul on Gregory.
Really good defense there.
Now Sinclair will inbound the ball for the Mountain Hawks. Sinclair gets into Parolin. Parolin gives it back to Sinclair. And Sinclair will give it to Parolin. Gives it to Whitney City. Whitney City gives it up and under. He will try a layup, and he will get it. And Dominic Parolin now puts the Mountain Hawks up by 4, and Talbot will take it up.
First
for the
points of the second half in 2 minutes.
Yeah. And Talbot will take up and give it to Wilborn. Gregory back to Talbot, top the key. Gregory takes it now. Gives it back to Talbot. Talbot will take a 3. That's up, and that is short, and rebounded by Whitney Sidney. Ball goes to Sinclair. Sinclair. Almost stolen. Gives it to Parolin. Parolin, and that'll be an offensive foul on Parolin.
Smart him a little too much there, trying to drive down, and it will be another foul.
Ball will get inbounded to Talbot now. Talbot will take it across the timeline. Talbot gives it to Harris. Harris back to Gregory. Gregory kicks out to Gregory, now has it. Step back, tries to go inside. Rosenberger with it now. He'll drive inside, and that's gonna be. He'll take. Actually, he'll step out of bounds. And that'll be a Lehigh basketball. I thought they were gonna call a walk, which I think the officials probably could have, but the one official say he stepped out of bounds, and that's either way, it's turnover.
Ends with the same result. Doesn't matter what they call.
And Sinclair will inbound it, and Gregory will check out for Shannon. Sinclair with it now. He'll take it across the timeline. Sinclair in the corner for Whitney Sidney, and Whitney Sidney, he stepped out of bounds this time, and now I'll go St. Francis's way.
Both teams struggling to get some points in the second half. It's been 3 whole minutes. We've only had 1 basket made.
Again, a lot of turnovers in the first half for each team, and some more of the same to start off. Talbot takes it across the timeline, gives it to Harris. Sandin with it now, gives it to Talbot. Talbot kicks out to Rosenberger in the corner. Tries to drive inside, takes a runner, and it is good. And 32. Now it's 32-30. And Mama looking for someone. Eventually gives it to Parolin. Parolin now do a football pass to Higgins, and he will get the layup. Aggressive defense backfires that time for the Red Flash, and now Mount Hawks up by 4 now. Talbot drives inside and takes the layup. It's no good, but tipped back in by Wilborn, and now the deficit is 2 once again for the Red Flash. When you see he takes up Euro step, now stolen by Wilborn, and he'll give it to Sandin. And Talbot will take it up. Gets a screen from Wilborn. Ball goes to Rosenberger. Gets inside to Harris. Harris floats it up for Wilborn, and who's gonna get it? It's gonna be St. Francis. Actually, wait, who had the? I think it's down St. Francis, but so the ball will be Lehigh basketball. And the officials, I hate when they do this. They go right to me a timeout without making the call clear, but I believe it's a Lehigh basketball.
Yeah, I believe so as well.
It'd be kind of nice if that would get clarified, but I don't know why they're not. Or is it? They didn't exactly. I think it is Lehigh basketball. Yeah. I don't know. We're going to say it's Lehigh basketball.
On Saturday, February 17th.
And right now this commercial is read to us.
Tour Day, when the Mountain Hawks take
And
on Loyola at 2 p.m. To learn more about
again, still not clear, but we'll take a short break as well. 15:29 left to go in the second half between Lehigh and St. Francis. Lehigh up 34-32. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So it is Lehigh basketball. Bube Moma inbounded for the Mountain Hawks. Moma inbounded to Sinclair, goes right back to Moma. Moma will take it up and give back to Sinclair at the top of the key. Sinclair gives it to Higgins. Higgins loses his defender, takes a mid-range jumper. That is up, and that is good. Great move by Higgins there, and now Malik's back up by 4.
It's a very nice shot.
Talbot will take it across the timeline for the red flash. Gets a screen from Wilborn, and picks up the ball. Gives it to Rosenberger. Harris, and he looks to drive inside. Decides to kick it out. Talbot now. Gives it to Wilborn. Wilborn to Sannon. Sannon looking for someone. Takes a mid-range jumper, and that is no good. Short and rebounded by Moma. Higgins gets it to Sinclair. Sinclair goes to a layup. That is up, and it is no good, but a foul is being called, and he will get 2 shots to the line.
Aggressive fast break there, able to get the one-on-one and draw the foul as he's trying to get the layup. Just reached a little too high over him, and now we get 2 more shots.
So Jalen Sinclair now at the line. 89% free throw shooter this year. That first free throw is up and good. And now Blake Chebuar in for Dom Parolin. Sinclair. His second shot, that is up, and that is no good. Rims in and out, and rebounded by Rosenberger, and Talbot would take it. Talbot crosses up Whitlock. Ball goes to Wilborn. Wilborn goes inside. He gets the foul, gets the and one.
Solid play to be able to take the ball down there in the midst of defenders and still make the basket while being fouled. And it will be the M1 shot coming up.
So Wilborn now, he'll get another one at the free throw line.
He's only a 55% free throw shooter.
Let's see. Let's see if it's in the 45% category this time. That free throw's up, and that is no good. Rebounded by Higgins. Kind of a herky-jerky shot, and Sinclair will take it up. Whitlock thinks about three, doesn't take it. Ball goes to Higgins. Higgins goes inside. He is fouled by Talbot. Now be on the floor. And Sinclair will inbound it for the Mountain Hawks. Higgins looking to get it in. Can't find anyone. That's good. 5 seconds. Oh, and actually no, Lehigh got the timeout, and so Higgins cannot find anyone down court. And it'll be a 30-second timeout for the Mountain Hawks.
Higgins has 16 points today for the Mountain Hawks. He's their leading scorer by a good margin.
And it looks like now they're going to stretch us into immediate timeouts. So 37-34, Lehigh with about 14-15 left to go in the second half. We got a great game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 14-15 left to go in the second half. 37-34, Lehigh over St. Francis. And Lehigh will inbound it once again. And great defense by the Red Flash, forcing them to take a timeout in order to avoid the 5-second violation.
And now Lehigh will give it another go from under the basket.
Ball looking for someone. Gotta get the ball somewhere, and it's gonna be a 5-second violation, and twice Lehigh not able to get in against St. Francis, and St. Francis just clamped Lehigh on both those plays. Ball goes into Talbot now. Talbot gets it to Harris. Harris back to Sannon. Talbot top of the key. Step back. And that's good. Foul on Sinclair. And that ball will go underneath. That's going to be Lehigh's 4th foul of the half. And Sinclair will be subbed out for Gillis.
Number 0, Cam Gregory. Number 4, Carlos Lopez.
Ball will be inbounded from the side now.
And looks like Gregory will inbound it for the red flash. He checks back in. Talbert gets it. Kicks out to Lopez. Lopez spins, looks inside, goes for, and that's going to be tipped in. That's going to be out on Lehigh. And so stay with St. Francis.
Yeah, just caught Momo's, looks like his hand down there as he was reaching for the ball. Isn't able to grab it and it just knocked out of bounds. And now they will inbound it from under the basket this time. See if they're able to have more success than Lehigh is at inbounding, and they are.
Wilborn drives inside and loses the ball, and Whitlock gets it. Whitlock pushing up the court, gives to Gillis. Gillis took a three. That is up, and that is no good. Rebounded by Chebuar, and he will get fouled underneath. And that should be 2 shots to the line.
Offensive rebounds are able to really boost a team. If you continue to get those, it's going to be really beneficial. Second chances are very important in basketball.
Chebuar with 2 shots to the line. He is shot 47% from the free throw line this year. That first free throw's up and good. Actually, correct me, 41.7%. His second free throw, that's up and that is good as well. So the odds are in his favor right now, and as he was 2 for 2 from the line, 39-34 Lehigh. Lopez gives it to Gregory. Back to Harris, top the key. In the corner now to Talbert. Lopez with it now, right side of the court. Gets to Gregory at the top of the key again. Talbert now in the corner. Looking for someone. Drives inside, goes to layup, gives to Wilborn. His layup's no good, but he'll get fouled. And he'll get 2 shots at the line.
The putback did end up going in. The St. Francis bench thought it would be an and one, but it was actually the first shot that the foul was called on. So it will be 2 shots instead.
And that'll be Wilborn, who is only a 55% free throw shooter.
At the line for St. Francis, number 5, Eli Wilborn, shooting 2.
His first free throw, that's up, and that is good. And Whitney City, Ingram, and Parallel checking for the Mount Hawks for Higgins, Whitlock, and Moma. So a big lineup here for the Mount Hawks this time, as I sneeze in the background. His second free throw is up, and that's good as well. So 2 for 2 from the line is Wilborn. Ball goes into Whitney Sidney. Gets to Gillis. Gillis gives it to Parolin. Parolin backs out, gets to Gillis. Ball goes to Ingram. Ingram drives inside, spin. He'll have to kick it out, and that's gonna go to Gillis now with the ball. Gillis gets to Chebuar. Chebuar in the corner for Whitney Sidney. Whitney Sidney takes a step back 3. That's up, and that's blocked, and Harris will get it. And Gregory now going up the floor. And Gregory with it now. Screen by Wilborn. Kicked out to Talbert. Talbert gives it to Wilborn. Ball goes back to Talbert. Talbert looks inside. Tries a layup. That is up and that is good. And now St. Francis only down by 1.
Lehigh defenders were a little confused there.
Yeah, and St. Francis, again, like their defense has kept them in the game all day. It's been pretty low scoring. Both Chebuar. Chebuar for 3. That's up, and that is no good. And who's that going to be off? That's going to be off of St. Francis.
The ref said it hit his knee as it was going out. And we will be back to another media timeout.
Another one already. And that's going to be the third one, 5 minutes. And 11:52 left to go in the second quarter. Lehigh up 39-38. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 39-38. Lehigh over St. Francis, and again, more of the same from each team. A lot of turnovers, and St. Francis is a very aggressive defense, and it's been working so far.
Yeah, not much of a difference from the first half here so far in the second half. It's been a very similar game. And now Lehigh will once again inbound the ball from the same spot where they were unsuccessful the first couple times.
Ball will be inbounded, and it will go goes to Chebuar. Chebuar gives it to Gillis. Gillis almost lost it. He gets it back. Gillis looks to drive inside. Gives it to Winnie Sidney. He takes the layup, and it's no good. It rebounded by Webb. And now Lopez will take it back up for St. Francis. Lopez. Screen set by Wilborn. Talbert gets it. He'll get to Wilborn at the top of the key. Give it to Lopez. Lopez gives it back to Gregory. Gregory also loses the ball. Gives it to Lopez. Lopez takes a long three, and that's no good. And that will be rebounded by. It's gonna be off of Lehigh. It'll stay with St. Francis.
Yeah, just knocked off Whitney Sidney's hand, and now there will be another inbound as another substitution is made.
And Talbot will inbound it for the Mountain Hawks. Gregory gives it to Lopez. Just beyond the arc. Lopez looking inside. It was in the corner for Talbot. Talbot gets to and that's jump shot taken. That's up, and that is no good. And who's going to rebound? It's rebounded by Talbot. And inside to Webb now. Webb takes a layup, and that's the end one. Wow.
Offensive rebound after offensive rebound for St. Francis, and now they have taken the lead for the first time in the second half, 40-39.
And looks like we're going to have a timeout by Lehigh, and Coach Ree is not happy at all. And that's this should be a 30-second timeout this time. Yeah. Yeah, this will be a 30-second timeout, and again, those offensive rebounds are killing Lehigh. They just can't seem to catch a break.
Honestly, if I were Coach Reed, I wouldn't be happy either. They've just not been able to get these rebounds on their own half, and that's just been killing them.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you might get Moma back out there, because he's probably your best rebounder. He's probably your best rebounder.
Yeah, most likely. It's just been so difficult to get points when you're not able to get the ball back.
And they got. Yeah, it's not, and the thing is, it's not even like they're getting great position either. Like St. Francis always seems to be positioned well underneath, and that's how they keep getting those offensive rebounds.
Yeah, they're just playing so aggressively on offense. Each time the ball goes up, they're running, crashing the boards, try to make sure they get the ball, and the Lehigh players don't seem to be as aggressive with that.
Yeah, and aggressiveness is why St. Francis is leading right now, and coming to this game, Lehigh were huge favorites, and so far St. Francis is taking it to them.
Definitely not the expected score most people would expect halfway through the second half here. And Lehigh does have 6 fouls now with this foul, so it means that the next foul will be into the bonus for St. Francis. As they will line up for the free throws.
Yeah, and it'll be it'll be. If I can find my sheet here, it's gonna be Miles Webb here to take the one free throw.
At the line for St. Francis, number 3, Miles Webb, shooting 1.
His free throw, that's up, and that is good. Now St. Francis up by 2. And Gillis trapped, gets to Moma though. Ball goes to Higgins now. He's going to push it up. Gives it back to Gillis. Ball goes to Winnie Sidney. Winnie Sidney looks inside. Loses it, and that's going to stay with Lehigh.
Yep, ball was knocked out as he was trying to pass it, and it just went straight out of bounds.
Gillis will get it now. Inside of Higgins, who's wide open and gets the layup. And looks like Webb is hurt now. Looks like he may have twisted his ankle. And looks like Harris will check back in for him.
St. Francis substitution number 32.
Game is now tied at 41.
And yep, it's a 41-41 game now, and Greg will inbound it for the Red Flash. Looking to get it in. That ball will go to Lopez, and it gets stolen by Whitney Sidney. Gives it to Higgins. Higgins goes for the layup, and that is good. And Lehigh gets the lead right back.
Really efficient defense there.
And ball is stolen by Gillis now, and that's off of St. Francis, and it'll stay with Lehigh. Two great defensive plays from the Mountain Hawks coming out of the timeout, and I have a momentum going once again. Gillis gets the ball. Ball goes into Moma. Moma gives it to Whitney Sidney, who loses it, and it'll go back to St. Francis.
Yeah, he's just not able to catch the ball. It wasn't a fast pass or anything. It was just a little bit too far to the left of him for him to be able to grab it.
Talbert now just above the top of the key. Drives inside and gets fouled. And he'll get 2 shots to the line.
Still have a chance to tie the game up here. Once again.
And looks like Ingram will check back in for Whitney Sidney, who's now has 3 fouls, and now is in some foul trouble. Talbert, his first free throw, that's up, and that is no good.
Lehigh substitution number 4, Joshua Ingram.
Just under 10 minutes remaining now in the second half.
And you can see Whitney Sidney frustrated with the officiating right now. Not happy with that call. Talbert's second free throw, that's up, and that's good this time. And who's it going to be inbounded to? It's going to be inbounded to Higgins. Higgins will give it back to Gillis. Higgins, he'll get back now again. He'll take it across the timeline. Gillis now with the top of the key. Higgins gives it back to Gillis. Higgins looking inside, gives it to Moma now. Well, it was back to Higgins. Drives right inside, mid-range jumper, that's up and good, and one.
Just from inside the paint, just on the other side of the foul line, able to get the shot up and is fouled. So now with a chance to take a 4-point lead here.
And a great play there from Higgins, and puts the Mallocs up by 3 now. And Higgins now quietly has 22 points.
78% from the line this year.
That free throw's up, and that is no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Liberis. And Gregory will take it up. Gregory gets it to Talbot, top of the key. Ball goes to Liberis. Inside now and stolen by Higgins. Tipped by Ingram, and Higgins is taking it up now. He goes to layup. That is up, and that is no good. And it's going to go back to Lehigh. Moma gets the ball, gets to Ingram. Ingram drives inside, takes the layup, and it rolls in and out, but Lehigh gets it back. Higgins, he'll take a 3. That's up, and that is no good, and Higgins steps out. And Brent Reed irate with the official on the play, not calling a foul on that layup by Ingram.
Unfortunate turn of events there for Lehigh. The ball went in and out of the net on the layup, which just rolled around. Got the ball back and still weren't able to land the 3.
Ball, Redflash looking inbounded it, and ball goes to Harris now. And ball go back to Talbert. In the corner now is Lopez. He'll fire a 3. That's up, and that is no good. Rebounded by Gillis. Gillis looks inside, gets to Chebuar, and stolen by Lopez. And he has a wide open court. And he will get blocked by Higgins, but it'll be a foul, and he'll get 2 shots to the line.
Yeah, a little bit uncontrolled with that block attempt there. His arm just flew down way too fast, way too high, and it just caught his hand instead of the ball.
And now Lopez will get 2 shots to the line. his first free throw. That's up, and that is good. Now it's 45-43 Lehigh.
Substitution number 55, Jalen Sinclair.
And now another substitution for Lehigh, and that's going to be Paralin for Chebuar. Lopez's second free throw. That's up, and that is good as well. So now, once again, 1-point game. Sinclair will take it up for the Mountain Hawks. Give it to Moma. Moma gets it back to Sinclair. Sinclair goes to Paralin. Goes to Higgins. Higgins looking for someone. Gets it to Ingram. Ingram driving inside. And he will put a layup, no good. Look at that, it goes on rebound, but will be blocked, and will stay with Lehigh. And Ingram, he's not getting any calls underneath, and that was probably twice there where a call could have been made.
Yeah, honestly, it looked like a foul there both times. His hands were hit as he was going up. Lehigh's coach is not pleased with the call either. He was screaming at the ref.
Now Ben Knosen back in for the Mountain Hawks. He'll come in for Mube Moma. And now Rosenberger will come back in for St. Francis for Talbert. Sinclair looking to inbound it. Gets to Ingram. Ingram kicks it out to Knosman. Knosman to Higgins. Higgins drives inside. Gets it to Paralin. He loses the ball. Ingram gets it back. He'll get it to Higgins. Higgins, he'll take a three. That is up, and that is no good. Rebound by Harris. And now Gregory will take it up for the Flash. 7:45 to go in the second half. Rosenberger gets the ball. Harris now. Rosenberger now with the ball gives it to Gregory the top of the key. Lows to Rosenberger. Rosenberger for three. That is short. And what? And what's going on here? So wait, whose ball is it?
I do not have a clue.
So I think it's
St. Francis's ball. I think they're saying the ball was tipped.
no wait. I think they're saying it's a jump ball.
Oh.
And so Lehigh has possession arrow in their favor. So the ball will go back to Lehigh. Again, a little bit of confusion right before the media timeout, but 7:25 to go. Lehigh up 45-44. Again, still a close one. Don't go anywhere.
Inadvertent whistle.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 45-44 Lehigh, 7:25 to go in the second half, and right before the timeout, apparently there was an inadvertent whistle, and it's going to go Lehigh because it becomes a jump ball at that point, and the possession arrow is in Lehigh's favor.
still a little confusion here, I guess. There we go. Now they're getting the ball.
Sinclair looking inbound. It gets it to Parolin. Parolin with it now. We'll give it to Knosman. Knosman gives it to Sinclair. Goes to Higgins. Higgins gives it back to Sinclair. Sinclair pump fakes. And kicks it back out. He has it above the timeline. I'm sorry, just atop the key. Higgins with it now. Goes inside to Parolin. Parolin. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Parolin. And Brent Reed is irate with that, with the official who made the call. He thought that was clearly a blocking foul, and
no one here seemed very happy with that call.
And I think both teams have been pretty unhappy with the officiating all night. I'll give credit to who was it there? Was it? I think it was Liberis. He definitely sold that call a little bit there, but and he got and to his credit, he gets it.
In a tight game, officiating is going to be a lot more impactful.
And St. Francis inbound it. Ball goes to Talbert. He's trapped in the corner now, and it's going to be, and it's almost stolen by Lehigh, but gets to Rosenberger. Rosenberger gets to Wilborn, slams it home, and St. Francis has the lead back. Ingram with the ball now. He'll get it to Knosman. Knosman kicks it out to Parolin. Higgins with it now. Knosman has it. Sinclair in the corner. Pump fakes. Takes a runner and is up and it is no good. Rebound by Parolin. He'll take the layup and he is fouled. And now St. Francis is not happy with that. I'm wondering if that might be a little bit of a makeup call there.
It's definitely possible. I didn't see a ton, but I understand why a foul was called.
Yeah, and there were and those fouls there were definitely more. There was definitely more contact there, but those weren't called. Regardless, 2 shots in line for Parolin. His first free throw, that's up and that's good. So now I'll tie at 46.
There are 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second half here, so the time is definitely starting to run down.
His second free throw, that's up and that's good again. So Lehigh gets back the lead. 6:32 left to go in the second half. Ball goes into Rosenberger. He'll get it to Harris. Harris calms it down, gives it to Gregory. Gregory goes inside. Wilborn. Rosenberger, he'll take a 3. That is no good. Rebounded by Parolin. And Higgins with it now, gives it to Ingram. Ingram goes to layup. That is up and that is no good, but he is fouled. And that'll be on Braylon Blue.
Another foul on the fast break. It's a lot harder to defend when you're trying to run back onto defense.
And we'll have 2 shots to the line. And did someone take a timeout, or is this a media timeout?
I'm pretty sure someone took a timeout. We're not supposed to have a media timeout for another couple minutes, I think.
Oh wait, maybe they're looking at something. Because I see they're pulling up the replay monitor. Maybe they're looking for a flagrant. Because I don't really know what else they could be looking for here.
Yeah, I'm not fully sure what they're doing. There was a player before the break started. Someone was knocked down on the far end of the court. I'm not fully sure if there was contact made between them. They're looking at what happened, but definitely there was a little bit of emotion down there.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Sinclair fly to the floor. No one called anything. So my guess is that depending on the contact, if it's not that bad, it'll be a technical foul. But if it's worse than that, then it'll probably be a flagrant.
It's interesting that they delayed the call though,
because I don't think any of the officials saw it. Let's see what the explanation is.
possible flagrant.
Okay, so they are looking for a possible flagrant. Thank you, Jake. All right, so yeah, I guess if it was on it, so I'm gonna repeat this. So it's gonna be flagrant foul is any unnecessary contact that's not a basketball move. That's going to result in a flagrant. I believe that's the rule. The only problem is we didn't really see what happened either until Sinclair was already on the floor.
Yeah, it happened on the far end of the court. The ball was already starting to move back down on the fast break, and not many people saw it. I saw the refs both turned as Sinclair hit the ground. So we'll have to see what they end up calling here.
Yep, we'll see. And still, two officials are still taking a look at it. It looks like they're gonna have all three look at this.
Looks like they've made their decision. We'll see what it ends up being. Never mind, they're still discussing it.
All right. Let's see what it is. All right, so it looks like they're just going to stick with the common foul.
And now it'll just be the free throws taken.
And it looks like they're discussing at the PA announcer. Or they're still or one official is still looking at the replay. And I'm just not sure what's going on here.
Yeah. When we finally get to it, it will be Ingram taking the free throws.
All right, and see.
2 shots. Yeah, I guess we're good.
At the line for Lehigh, number 4.
Shooting 50% on the year.
His first free throw, that's up, and that's good. So 48-46 Lehigh now. That second free throw, that's up, and that is good as well. So 49-46 Lehigh. Gregory with the ball now. Get to Talbert. Talbert trapped now, and it's going to be off of Sinclair, and it'll stay with St. Francis.
Yeah, he was falling out of bounds there, so he just threw the ball off Sinclair's leg. Smartest thing he could do.
Moma will check back in for Knosman, and so Whitney Sidney, he'll check back in for Ingram.
Tyler Whitney Sidney.
Rosenberger gets it into Wilborn. Ball goes to Gregory. Gregory gets it back to Wilborn. Wilborn now Talbert. Talbert pop a 3. That's up, and that is good, and the game's all tied up.
3-point basket, Aaron Talbert.
Now all tied at 49 with 5:47 to go. Parolin gets to Higgins. Higgins takes a mid-range jumper. That is up, and that is no good. That's going to be off of. St. Francis. Will stay with Lehigh.
I'm not sure if he hit it as he was running or if it was hit before, but it ended up going off St. Francis, so it will be Lehigh ball once again. Still tied up.
Sinclair gets it into Whitney Sidney. Goes to Sinclair in the corner. Higgins pump fakes, kicks out to Sinclair. Spin move, running layup, no good, and Harris will get it. And now Gregory will take it up.
Shot was blocked before it even got up to the rim.
Harris with the ball now. Rosenberger gets to Gregory at the top of the key. Tauber in the corner. He'll take another 3. That's up, and that is no good this time, and will rebounded by Parolin. Sinclair with it now. Higgins with the ball. It's a screen from Parolin. Ball goes back outside to Whitney Sidney. Goes inside, tries a layup, and he is fouled. He'll get 2 shots to the line.
Both teams have a lot of fouls now. 8 for St. Francis and 9 for Lehigh. So any fouls will result in foul shots.
At the beginning of the game, there wasn't a lot of fouls called. Now all of a sudden, each team's racking them up.
Whitney Sidney is shooting 62% this year.
His first 3 throw, that's up, and that is no good. It's 2 free throw shots, yeah. So little confusion there. So his first free throw is no good. His second free throw, that's up, and that is good this time. So Lehigh now back up by 1, 50-49. Ball goes into Harris. Harris looking, gets to Talbert. Talbert coming out of play now at the top of the key. Wilborn back out to Gregory. Talbot now top of the key. Kicks it out. Gregory, he'll pop a three. That's up, and that is no good. Rebounded by Whitney Sidney. He'll get it to Higgins. Higgins. Gives it to Parolin. Back to Higgins. Higgins. Drives inside. Mid-range jumper. That's up, and that is good.
Higgins has been playing fantastic today. He's up to 24 points on the day now.
52-49 Lehigh with just under 4 minutes left to go. Gregory with it now. Ball goes to Talbert. Gregory gets a screen from Wilborn. And Parolin actually steals it and gets to Sinclair. Spin by Sinclair. Ball goes to Parolin. Parolin goes to the dunk and posterizes Gregory. 54-49 Lehigh. Ball goes back down to Wilborn. Rosenberger inside to Harris. And the foul be on the floor. But man, a posterization of Parolin over Gregory, and Lehigh back up by 5 with 3:32 left to go in the 3:32 left to go in the second half. We'll take another media timeout. This one will be a little shorter this time.
And this should be the last one of the game.
Correct, and we'll be right back. 3:32 left to go in the second half. Don't go anywhere. So Eddie Fear just actually told us that, well, first of all, welcome back. Eddie Fear just told us that this is Keith Higgins' season high so far, and he's at 24 points right now, and he's only 4 points off from tying his career high at 28. And like you said, Jake, he's been having a fantastic day.
He's close to having half of the points here for the Mountain Hawks. He's been playing really well in their offense, and honestly, his shots have been able to keep his team in the lead. 5 points lead now, which is just 3.5 minutes to go.
Now Harris, he will take the free throw shots. He is currently shooting 87.5% from the free throw line this year. His first free throw shot, that is up, and that is good.
He's only missed 1 free throw all year. Granted, he's only taken 9. That's still pretty good.
No, definitely. And Lopez will check back in for Gregory. His second free throw, that's up, and that is no good. And rebounded by Parolin. Gillis with the ball now, gives it to Parolin. Parolin. And that's going to be a foul on on St. Francis. That's going to be on that'll be on Eli Wilborn. And Don Perrin will get a 1-and-1 at the line.
Yeah, he just swiped his arm, tried to hit the ball, but didn't hit the ball at all. Just hit his arm as he was trying to get around.
And that'll be Wilborn's third foul. So St. Francis Lehigh each with 2 players at 3 fouls. And now looks like Rosenberger's cleaning something up on his leg. And it looks like Gregor's going to check back in.
St. Francis substitution number 0, Cam Gregory. Dominic Carroll shooting.
They're wrapping his leg on the bench now.
All right, so Perrin, he'll take a 1-and-1. That free throw's up, and that is good. So 55-50 Lehigh now. And he will now be awarded his second free throw. And now Lehigh will be in the double bonus for the rest of regulation and the rest of the game. It's barring it goes into overtime. His second free throw, that's up, and that's good as well. Now Lehigh back up 56-50. Ball goes into Harris. Looking for someone. He's gonna get it to Talbert. That'll go all the way across court to Lopez. Lopez pump fakes, drives inside, kicks to Wilburn. Wilburn goes to the layup, and it is good. Gillis now with the ball now, and it'll go to Whitney Sidney, and Moma will take it up. Ball goes back to Gillis. Parolin. Ball goes back to Gillis, top the key. Gillis. Gives to Moma. On driving inside, spins, takes a layup. That is up, and he gets fouled. And who's that going to be on? That's going to be on. That'll be on Aaron Talbert. And that'll be on Talbert. That's his. That's actually going to be his 4th foul. And now both him and Gregory are each 1 foul away from fouling out of this game. His first free throw, that's up, and that is good. Gets the roll.
It's going to be a lot more free throws in the rest of this game. Still have 2.5 minutes left, and both teams are in double bonus already. So any foul will result in two shots.
Moma's second free throw, that's up, and that is no good. Rims in and out, and Lopez will take it up for the red flash. Looks to drive inside, goes for the layup. That is up, and that is good. Wow, tough layup by Lopez there, and now game's back to within 3. Gillis gets the ball. Dribbles out double team. Gets to Higgins, who's by himself. Goes for the dunk, and he's blocked. Wow, and Higgins went for the dunk there, and a nice block there from Eli Wilborn. And now Jalen Sinclair will check in for Cam Gillis.
Lehigh does retain possession as the ball was blocked out of bounds. And Sinclair will inbound it now.
2:19 left to go in the second half. Parolin with it now. Spins, drives inside, goes to the layup, and that's a foul on St. Francis. And that's going to be on Wilborn. That's going to be his 4th foul.
St. Francis foul number 5.
St. Francis bench was not pleased with that call. I think they were expecting a walk there. Took a few steps, but I don't believe he left his pivot foot.
So now 2 shots to the line for Parolin this time. Lehigh's in double bonus now. Parolin, his first free throw, that's up, and that is good. And now Rosenberger will check in for Harris. And right now you've got 3 players who are starting line for St. Francis, each with 4 fouls. Parolin's second free throw, that's up, and that is good again. And he's 6 for 6 on the day. So now 59-54 Lehigh with 2:13 left to go. Tolbert gets to Wilborn. Lopez back to Tolbert. And Wilborn loses the ball, and let's who's going to get it. It's going to be Higgins who gets it. He'll give it to Whitney City. He'll go for the layup, and that is up, and he is fouled. And that's going to be Wilborn's 5th foul of the game.
Fouled on the way up there, and now Wilborn will be forced to leave if he's fouled out. St. Francis calls a timeout.
They will take a timeout, and this should be, I believe this will be a 30-second timeout. It's only their second timeout used this game. And still not, again, I believe this is his 30-second timeout, but again, that's big for St. Francis because that's Wilborn's 5th foul, and he's done for the game.
Yeah, Wilborn has been an important player for them. He's one of their starters. He had 8 points today, and it will be the end of his day.
That's
still 2 minutes left.
And yeah, that's not the player. That's not one of the players you want exiting. I think your most productive players today are each with now one is at 5 fouls. The other two in Cam Gregory and Aaron Tolbert are each at 4 fouls. And it will be, who's going to be this time at the line? It's going to be, I believe it's going to be Whitney Sidney at the line.
At the line for Lehigh, number 22, Tyler Whitney Sidney, shooting 2.
His first free throw. That is up, and that is good.
6-point lead now for the Mountain Hawks.
Yeah, with 1:54 left to go. And Lehigh's free throw shooting has been pretty good, has been really, really good the second half. His second free throw, that's up, and that is good as well. 61-54 Lehigh now, matching their largest lead of the day. Tolbert takes up for St. Francis. Tolbert looks to drive inside. Foul is called, and he misses the layup, but he'll get 2 shots to the line. And now Whitney Sidney's 4th foul.
Whole bunch of players in foul trouble. We're going to start to see a bunch more players fouling out. And it looks like Sinclair will check back in.
Number 2, Aaron Tolbert, shooting 2.
And he'll check in for Whitney City most likely. Tolbert, his first free throw, that's up, and that is no good.
Lehigh substitution number 55.
Actually, no, it's going to be for Cam Gillis. So Sinclair comes in for Gillis. His second free throw, that's up, and that's good this time. Sinclair to inbound it for the Mountain Hawks. Ball goes into Parolin. Parolin, he'll take it up, almost, and showing off the ball skills and gets to Moma. Ball goes out to Sinclair, now to Higgins. Higgins with it now. Sinclair with Lopez on, guarding him tightly now. 1 time left to go. Sinclair with the ball, gets to Higgins. Inside now to Parolin. Parolin drives, takes a mid-range jumper. That's up, and that is no good, and it didn't hit the rim. And that'll be a shot clock violation on the Mountain Hawks.
First one of the game.
And 1:11 left to go in the second half, with Lehigh up by 6. Ball goes into Tolbert. Tolbert looking, gets to Gregory. Gregory kicks out to Rosenberger. Rosenberger looks to drive inside, goes up the layup, and he won't get, but he gets fouled by Moma, and he'll get 2 shots to the line.
Only 51 seconds now. That play drained a bunch of time, so they will get 2 shots, though. 6-point lead. They definitely need to make these points if they want to have a chance to come back.
So both teams now double bonus.
Lehigh foul number 23,
His first free throw. That is up, and that is good.
That was only Moma's first foul of the game, which is kind of surprising with how many fouls we've seen in the second half here.
Yeah, that is a little surprising. Yeah, I would not have expected him to not have a foul so far, up until now. Rosenberger, his second free throw, that is up, and that is good as well. So now 61-57 Mount Hawks. When he's sitting to inbound it. Ball goes into MoMA. Goes back to Winnie Sidney. Presses up Tolbert. Gives it to Parolin. Parolin out to Higgins. And ball is tipped, and it'll stay with Lehigh. Tipped by Tolbert.
Lehigh's comfortable just draining a bit of time here. They don't need to force anything.
Sinclair gets into Higgins. And ball is stolen by Rosenberger, and that's going to be a travel on Rosenberger. And I'm not sure if St. Francis wants a foul or if they want a or if they thought the ball was tipped, but it wasn't up. He jumped up and down. Thought it was a fairly clear walk. And now Santa will check in for Gregory with 34 seconds left. Ball goes into Whitney Sidney. He's going to get a wide open layup. He goes for it, and he won't get it. And now St. Francis running up the floor. Lopez, here we go. Goes to layup, and it is no good. And tipped in by Liberis, and now it's a 2-point game.
23 seconds left to play, and it is a one-score game now.
And 61-59 Lehigh with 22.9 left. So presumably St. Francis is either going to go with they're either going to foul immediately, or they're going to try to get a steal.
Lehigh has enough time where they don't need to worry about the shot clock. That is not a factor anymore. So if they can get time, they'll hold the ball. But St. Francis will absolutely not let them do that.
And they're going to have to get their best free throw shooters in. I'm not sure. I'm guessing you're probably going to give Higgins, Winnie Sidney, Gillis may be out there. Parolin, I guess you have to put him out there because he's been great today from the line. He's 6 for 6. And Sinclair, I think at this point you just play your best free throw shooters, and if you get fouled, you'll sub people out when needed.
I mean, Moma's been shooting 85% on the year, so there's a chance he's on the court. And they also want to get the rebounds in the event that free throws are taken. The ball will be inbounded.
Ball is inbounded to Whitney Sidney. Looking for someone, gets to Parolin. Parolin, he'll get fouled immediately. 21.6 now.
Now St. Francis just has to hope that he can't make both of them, because if he makes both of them, it becomes a 2-score game once again. Since Lehigh does have a 2-point lead. Only 21.6 seconds remaining.
And Parolin with the car in the background. His first free throw, that's up, and that is no good. And Cam Gill's coming for Jalen Sinclair now. That's Parolin's first missed free throw of the day.
Important shot here.
His second free throw, that's up, and that is no good as well. And now Gregory with it. Under 20 seconds left. Gregory. Step back, takes a three. It is up, and it is no good, but he is fouled. And Coach Reeves is irate the official who made the call. And that's not a reviewable play. And that's a brutal foul, and that's going to be his 5th of the day. And it looks like Sinclair will check back in for him.
Incredibly important free throws here. He's shooting 3, down 2.
And if Lehigh winds up losing this game, this would be a brutal loss. And it looks like Coach Reed's going to elect to use his final timeout here.
Definitely needs to talk it over here. Only 10 seconds remaining. You're probably going to get the ball back at least once. So if you end up being behind, you need to have a play ready.
Oh, actually, no, it doesn't look like it's a timeout.
A little confusing.
And Gregory, he'll take 3 shots with the chance to take the lead here. With the crowd in the background, his first free throw, that's up, and that is good.
Only a 1-point game now. 2 shots left to go.
And now a timeout by Lehigh. Interesting spot to use it. You wonder if maybe Coach Reed would have elected to use it after the free throws or when they get the ball back. Maybe putting more pressure on Gregory.
They want him to think about the shots more, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'm not sure if that's exactly a great spot to use it.
Yeah, normally you'd see coaches use it right after the free throws so they get to talk it over right before the play, especially if they know whether or not he makes it. Because if he makes the shot, they're inbounding it. If he does make the shot, they're rebounding it. So it's 2 different plays. I don't know.
So we'll see what happens here.
Crowd gets into it once again.
His second free throw, that's up, and that is good as well. And now Harris, he'll check back in for St. Francis.
And the game is tied, 61-61.
And now with a chance to take the lead here. Gregory's free throw, that's up, and that is good. He gets the roll, and now St. Francis has the lead. And now they will elect to use their final time. Now this will be a full one.
Wow. Shocking turn of events as he was fouled taking that 3. And he was able to make all 3 of them to take the lead for St. Francis.
Yeah, and now that's a surprising place to use it because I don't know if I'd want to give Lehigh time to draw up a play for the win. Because Lehigh gets another shot here, but the pressure's all on them now.
Only 10 seconds remaining. There is enough time to get the ball down court and make a little bit of a play. But you definitely need to make a shot. It doesn't have to be a 3. Anything you make will take the lead. And you definitely don't want to foul if you're St. Francis right now.
No, you don't. So let's see what happens here.
It'll be interesting to see what they end up drawing up because you know St. Francis will be pressing like they have all game, especially in this scenario.
So, yep, let's see what they try out here.
And that will be the end of the timeout. Coach is a little reluctant to let their teams go on the court.
Yep. So let's see what Lehigh has drawn up, and let's see what St. Francis has drawn up. And it's going to be Ingram, Higgins, Parolin, and Sinclair on the floor.
Sinclair will be inbounding it as expected. And he gets the ball.
He gets it. Ball's inbound to Parolin. Parolin gets to Sinclair. 8 seconds left. Sinclair taking it up. Sinclair in the corner. Trying to look for someone. Can't find anyone. He's up a shot. It's no good, and St. Francis wins it. Lockdown defense by the Red Flash, and they pull off a stunning upset here at Stabler Arena.
Sinclair wasn't able to get anything. He was completely caught in the corner there. Just able to toss the ball up, and it didn't even get close to going in.
So a stunning loss here tonight for the Mountain Hawks as they drop to 1-6, and St. Francis moves to 3-5. And this is going to be a loss the guys gonna probably remember for a while. And just a stunning turn of events here at Stabler Arena, up by 6 with about 1:30 left. And St. Francis comes all the way back and beats the Mountain Hawks. Wow.
Completely unexpected result.
And yeah, just a completely unexpected result. And Lehigh is going to have to, a lot of things not go right for them today. 3-point shooting, turnovers, rebounding, a lot of things that that allowed the Red Flash to stick around and ultimately win the game. And you can hear the St. Francis Faith in the background, and Lehigh, and both teams went back to the locker room, and that'll do it for us here from Stable Arena. So our next broadcast will be December 9th on Saturday for men's basketball versus Cairn, and it'll be Jake and Jackson taking you to that game. But for now, we are done here from Stable Arena. We are again very thankful to be broadcasting this game today. Great game today. Not the result that the Mount Hawks hoped for, but still a game to broadcast. From Jake Welch and Mount Geskin. Have a great night, guys.